Hey, I just thought I would share a quick story with you. The other night I was in the bar with a friend of mine, and as we're sitting at the bar there, I'm telling him stories about church, talking about summer camp, and a couple outreaches that are going on in my city. And as a lot of people know, I'm blessed or maybe cursed with a very loud voice that tends to boom and echo in indoors. And so as I'm telling a story, a fellow next to me interrupts me and says, "From what I can hear, you're a Christian. Do you mind if I share a complaint with you?" And I said, "Man, I'd love to hear it." And so he said, "What's always bothered me about you Christians is your deathbed conversions. You get to live these terrible lives, and then at the last minute on your deathbed, you get to convert, and Jesus comes running and he saves you." And he said, "As a Jew, I find that very offensive." And so I thought about what he said for a minute, and then I said, "I'm surprised that you, as a Jew, find that offensive." I said, "Are you familiar with the story of the Exodus?" And he said, "Of course I am. That's a story that all my people know." And I said, "Well, why did God save your people in the Exodus? Was it because they deserved it? Or was it because they had been rewarded for hard work? Or was it just because God heard their cry and God came to save them?" And he looked at me a little bit funny. And so then I told him, that's exactly what I love about the story of the Exodus, is that God heard the cry of his people and God came to save them. They were a people that were being oppressed by the largest nation on earth, and God came to save them. And that's why, as a Christian, I love the idea of deathbed conversions, that people can be saved not because they deserve it, but just because it's a gift of grace. And if you cry out to Jesus, God will come running, and he will come save you. And so I asked him what he thought about that, and he was a little surprised. He said, I don't like where this is going, but how about I buy you beer?" And so we had a couple of beers together, and we're going to go for lunch next week. And so I thought that was an interesting story, and I thought I would share it.